Hi there, it's Kevin DiBrita with FInch Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. As I told you, I'd tell you a little more about your vehicle and send you this quick video showing you how to operate it. Right now I'm sitting in a GMC Terrain, but what I'm going to show you is also applicable to many of the Chevrolet Equinoxes. The Terrain was just in the showroom. It's not very nice outside right now, so I figured I would do this inside, and hopefully you find it helpful. Starting with the simple stuff, over on the side door we have our door lock, our mirrors. So we have our toggle at the bottom, which will move you from driver's side to passenger side. And then up top is the joypad, which will move the mirror around from right to left, up and down. Just below that is our power windows, and the very last one is the window lockout. Now, while we're on the conversation of power door locks, one of the nice features I like about the Equinox in Terrain is when you pull the door handle, it will unlock all of the doors, or unlock the door that you pulled the handle of. So there is a mechanical release. Anytime you have somebody in your vehicle and they pull on the handle and say the door is locked, just tell them to pull the handle again. No need to find the lock and unlock buttons. That door is now unlocked and they can get out. It's also good to keep that in mind with your rear doors, as if you have somebody back there you don't want to get out, you will want to activate the child door locks, which is on the side of the rear door. Going to the driver compartment, you'll notice on the steering wheel we've got two sets of controls, your cruise control and your audio controls over here. The cruise control is a toggle switch, which will turn it on and off. When you have the vehicle running, there will be a white light that will show in here with a circle showing you that your cruise is activated. And then you simply set it by rolling down the toggle switch. And if you want to resume, you would roll up the toggle switch. So it won't stay in place. It'll always return to its initial position. But it's just a quick, easy set by rolling down. And that white light on the dash, which will be showing in this area here, will then turn green once the cruise has set. And it will also show cruise set to whichever speed in your driver information center, which I'm going to move to next. So in behind here we have our driver information center. There is a couple of different menus. You'll see the road menu on top, and then the car menu right beside it. This menu is all going to be controlled by these four switches down here. So we can get that up nice and close so you can see. So right now we're in the road menu. I'm just going to hit the down arrow and cycle through. There's our trip odometer, trip 2, fuel range, average fuel economy. This is our instantaneous fuel economy and best fuel economy score. You can go through this if you're really excited about fuel economy. If we hit our set button, we can choose our last 40 kilometers, 80 kilometers, or 725 kilometers. This will then track your best fuel economy for those distances and your most recent fuel economy for those distances. As we go down, we have our average vehicle speed, timer, navigation, which is part of your turn-by-turn navigation through OnStar. On a brand new vehicle, you're going to get that complimentary for 6 months. And then we're back to the screen that most of my customers like, which is your digital speedometer. You still have your analog speedometer over here, digital speedometer in the center. It's just personal preference, what works best for you. While we're talking about the digital speedometer and analog speedometer, I want to go into the next menu, hitting the menu button at the bottom. That's going to put us in our car menu. And the first one that pops up is your English metric settings. So if you're traveling to the States or vice versa traveling to Canada, you can switch the entire car into metric or US. I just pressed the down arrow to get us into the US, and I'm going to hit set. And you'll notice we switch from kilometers to miles per hour. If you're paying closer attention to your system up here, we've now gone from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And I'm going to switch it back so nobody else gets any tickets. We'll hit the set clear button. We're going to go up this time, set clear, and we're back into kilometers. While we're in this separate menu, again, I'm just going to use the down button over here. We'll cycle through. There's the tire pressures of all four tires. If your vehicle is like this vehicle and they don't match exactly, that's quite all right. 12 kilopascals is equal to about 1 pound. So it looks like one of those tires is off by about a half a pound. And as you drive, those will change as well. This is our oil life monitor. So this vehicle will tell you when it is time to change your oil. And then we're back to our English metric setting. So hitting the menu button, we'll go back into the road menu. This is the menu you're going to use most of the time. And I hope that was very easy to understand. You might go through it 1 or 2 times, but a lot of information in that driver information center that you can use to make your trip a little more enjoyable. Going back to the steering wheel, we have our volume control for up and down. We have our source. So this is going to switch your radio from AM to FM to satellite radio to Bluetooth audio if connected. And then this also rolls down. So we can go through our presets. Right now XM is not active in this vehicle, so that's not helping. But there you can see it go across the bottom with your presets. And then inside is our voice activation button and our Bluetooth menu. Voice activation and phone calls and our hang up or mute. The voice activation is pretty nice.
Please say a command.
Tune FM 97.5.
Tuning to FM 97.5.
Now, not every vehicle will have the voice activation for the radio, but it will have the voice activation for you to make phone calls using your Bluetooth system. Concentrating a little more on the radio. Hopefully we can get a nice clear picture so you can read. Down here is our home button. We also have duplication up at the top with another home button. There are a number of different ways that you can access the things through the radio system. You just want to pick the one that's going to work best for you. Do you like the touchscreen up top or the hard keys on the bottom, or do you prefer to use the voice activation system? There is no right or wrong way of doing it. It's whatever's going to be best for you. I'm going to press the home button down here at the bottom. This is going to show us all of the icons that we have available to us. Now playing, phone, our radio bands. For some of you who are getting a little more in-depth with some of the apps, this particular vehicle has Stitcher. You can also listen to music or audiobooks directly from a USB or an auxiliary input. Using the More button, I can access the second page, which is going to give us Bluetooth, tone, configuration, quick info regarding the system, as well as pictures. Now, I've personally never been able to get the pictures format to work. If you can get the pictures to work, give me a call or shoot me a video, show me how that's done, and I'd be more than happy to share it with my customers. While we're in here, we can look at configuration. These are some of the things you can do to program your vehicle and make it all your own. Languages, English, French, and Spanish. Time and date. Some of the vehicles can be set up to automatically update the time and date. This one is. If that doesn't work in your area, you can set it yourself. Radio settings, a few quick notes. Auto volume control. This will make the radio louder and quieter as you drive. So the faster you go, it will go a little louder to offset for any road and wind noise. The slower you go, it will drop down a little bit. There's a low, medium, and high setting, and then you could turn it off if you prefer to keep it. All at a consistent level. Grace notes. I don't have a lot of experience with this, but what Grace notes does, if you have a USB stick plugged into the into your USB stick reader, and you want to listen to Bruce Springsteen, you could say play artist Bruce Springsteen. With Grace notes, it'll pick up nicknames for that artist. Play the boss, and it will pull all the Bruce Springsteen songs. Channel art, some people like pictures with their XM radio, some people don't. You can turn that on and off. Maximum startup volume is fantastic if anybody else is driving your vehicle. Nothing like getting home at 2 o'clock in the morning, leaving the radio full blast, and then getting back in the car at 6 a.m., and it's still full blast. So this will set the maximum startup volume. In this case, it's set at 14. It can be adjusted. And so now it's been adjusted. Favorites pages. We've got 6 pages of 6 pages of 6 favorites. That's 36 radio presets. For a lot of customers, it's a little overwhelming. You can drop that down to 12 or 18. Now we're only going to cycle through 3 pages of favorites. When you are listening to your favorites, you're going to cycle using this favorites button right here. XM categories, if there's some categories you don't like, not a fan of, country music or hip hop, you can turn them off and they won't cycle through. It'll essentially hide those. And software version, that's mainly just used for your for the service department. But if you have any questions, give me a call and I'll definitely answer those for you. Phone settings, this is where you're going to change your Bluetooth settings. Add a phone, remove a phone, or change the sort order. Pairing a device is very simple. Just hit pair device and then follow the instructions on your phone. Display settings, we can actually organize the pages on the home page, or the icons on the home page. We can turn off the rear guidelines for the backup camera when you're backing up the vehicle. And we can turn the display off completely if it was bothering us on a long trip at nighttime. Vehicle settings is a bit more of your personalization of the vehicle. This particular vehicle has auto climate control. So when we go into this setting here, we can actually set our auto climate control to either have a high fan speed or a high average speed for the fan or a low average speed for the fan. So if you like a lot of movement, you can put it on high. If you're like myself and you prefer things quiet, you can put it on low. This one's already turning on your heated seats, your rear defrost when it's cold enough outside. And if we need to put on the rear defog, which is a good thing this year, now that's turned on. Comfort and convenience. You can change the chime volume to extremely loud. I've never met anybody who's done that before. Lighting. We can decide how long we want to have our exit lighting on when we leave the vehicle. This vehicle is currently set at 30 seconds. Well, I went too far back. Power door locks. There is a feature, auto door unlock. We can set it to automatically unlock the driver door when you hit the unlock on the keyless entry, or we can have it do all the doors. Actually, that unlock feature was when you put the vehicle in park. So you put the vehicle in park, you can set it to automatically unlock the driver door, automatically unlock all doors, or leave the doors locked until you decide to unlock them yourself. Remote lock feedback. This is, some people like the lights, they like the horn. Some people also like it quiet. This is where you would change those settings. And then we can return it back to our defaults. So that's a little bit of information on the configuration of the vehicle and the radio. We haven't talked a whole lot about what you're listening to, but down here we have another source button, XM satellite radio, AM, FM. If we had a memory stick in, it would also give us the USB option. Likewise, if we had a phone connected with music on it, it would give us the Bluetooth option. Quick button for your clock if you need to change your clock. Tone settings, if you don't have the navigation system, will be located right here. Play for your USB stick. And then the last section down at the bottom is our climate control system. So here we have our fan speed, our temperature, and you'll notice right at the bottom of the radio, it's actually telling you what your temperature is set to and what your fan speed is if we make an adjustment. If you have the vehicle on automatic climate control, it will automatically speed up and slow down the fan to keep the car, in this case, consistently at 28 degrees. I hope you like this brief overview of, in this case, the GMC Terrain, or very similarly, the Chevrolet Equinox. If you have any questions, please post them below or call or text me. I'll have the information in the video. Thanks so much for your time and have a great day.